If you want to understand what I mean when I say mud flood and the Great Reset, then watch this 3-part series.
To get a clear picture of our true history, you have to completely do away with the official narrative. Electricity has been commonly used throughout the ages. Our oldest structures, the pyramids, were electric generators. They transmitted energy to ornate obelisks of perfect symmetry and other receiving devices. From there, the energy was used to power mechanisms of all sorts, including apparatuses that are not a part of our present lives. It powered amazing edifices such as telepathy, healing and mood elevation, and maybe even time travel were practiced by the ancients. The energy was free, abundant, and did not harm the environment. The Tartarian Empire with its many provinces rose up. It was a benevolent society, more advanced, ethical and holistic than ours. Star forts were built, which are not forts at all but huge star-shaped circuitry areas. There are hundreds of these throughout the world in at least 35 countries. They radiated power from the Earth's internal energy grid. The Statue of Liberty is placed on an old star fort. The statue originally radiated light from its torch. It is native to America, and to fit the official narrative, the torch was extinguished and a story was made up that the statue was built in France as a gift. Russia was the center of the imperial Tartarian world, with the Kremlin in Moscow as its center. The books of Nehemiah and Ezra in the Old Testament is supposed to describe the dimensions of the Temple of Solomon. But it doesn't. What it does describe exactly is the dimension, walls, gates, towers, and the areas of the Kremlin. Much of the Old Testament and its literature was actually stolen from Tartaria and modified to create a fictional account of the history of Israel. This was done to sell their religion, which placed the converters in positions of power within other countries. The steps of the temple in Jerusalem are huge. Intermediate steps have been placed so that the average person can walk up the stairs. The temple was originally built for giants. Along with the huge steps, the doorway is enormous. Electrical energy was common throughout the Tartarian Empire. Obelisks not as elaborate as the former ones were erected. Other energy receivers located on top of temples are called stupas. They are usually round-shaped but can also be intricately carved statues like the ones at Borobudur in Indonesia. These temples have many elaborate and detailed carvings which are beyond anything that can be done today. They range from symbolic renderings of the planetary gods to humans engaging in sex in all sorts of positions. The vibrant energy in these places, I'm sure, catapulted one's sex life. Temples, cathedrals and mosques were places of energy production. They had nothing to do with religion.